Hello, book enthusiasts. Today, I will present you 8 books that, at various times, face challenges and temporary bans in specific locations. We'll explore works that were once subjected to censorship and restrictions, yet emerged as influential components of our cultural fabric. Join us as we uncover the stories behind these banned books, their resilience against suppression, and the lasting impact they've had on literature and society. Without delay, let's delve into the narratives of these once controversial writings. The Satanic Verses, written by Salman Rushdie, published in 1988. This book generated significant controversy and sparked widespread protests, particularly among some Muslim communities. The novel explores themes of religious faith, cultural identity, and the clash between tradition and modernity. It weaves together elements of magical realism, historical fiction, and satire. The title refers to a controversial incident in Islamic tradition, known as the Satanic Verses, where it is believed that Satan influenced Prophet Muhammad's revelations. The book faced severe criticism from some Islamic leaders, who deemed it blasphemous and offensive to Islam. In 1989, the Iranian Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini issued a fatwa religious decree calling for the assassination of Salman Rushdie, leading the author to live in hiding for several years. The Satanic Verses remains a landmark work in contemporary literature, both for its literary merit and for the complex issues it raises about freedom of expression, religious sensitivity, and cultural clashes. Despite the controversy, it has also been praised for its imaginative storytelling and literary craftsmanship. Mein Kampf, or My Struggle, written by Adolf Hitler and published in 1925. This is an autobiographical manifesto written by Adolf Hitler during his imprisonment following the failed beer hall putsch in 1923. The book outlines Hitler's political ideology, beliefs, and plans for Germany. It is a highly controversial work due to its anti-Semitic content, racist ideas, and aggressive nationalism. The book was first published into volumes in 1925 and 1926, and it gained significant popularity after Hitler's rise to power in the early 1930s. This book became a central text for the Nazi Party, and it played a role in shaping the ideology that led to the atrocities of World War II, including the Holocaust. Following the war, many countries banned or restricted the distribution of Mein Kampf due to its association with Nazi ideology and its promotion of hate and violence. However, the copyright for the book expired in several countries, allowing new editions to be published. In Germany, the state of Bavaria held the copyright until 2016, and after its expiration, new annotated editions were released to provide historical context and counteract potential misuse of the text. While the book is available in some places for academic purposes or historical research, its publication remains a sensitive and contentious issue, and efforts are made to prevent its misuse for promoting hate or extremist ideologies. The aim is often to balance the preservation of historical materials with the responsibility to prevent the spread of harmful ideas. The Diary of a Young Girl, often referred to as the Diary of Anne Frank, written by Anne Frank, published in 1947. This book is a historically significant work that offers a first-hand account of life in hiding during the Holocaust. The diary was written by Anne Frank, a Jewish teenager, while she and her family were in hiding from the Nazis in Amsterdam during World War II. Unfortunately, the Frank family's hiding place was uncovered by the Nazis in 1944, leading to Anne's tragic death from typhus in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in 1945. Otto Frank, the sole survivor, subsequently published Anne's diary, preserving her voice and experiences for future generations. The Diary of Anne Frank has emerged as one of the most widely read and analyzed works concerning the Holocaust. It provides a distinctive perspective on the human toll of the genocide, capturing the fears, aspirations, and resilience of a young girl confronting unimaginable adversity. Anne Frank's diary faced multiple bans. Hezbollah sought its prohibition in Lebanese schools in 2009 for perceived pro-Jewish sentiments. A Virginia school banned the 50th anniversary edition in 2010 due to sexual content complaints, while a 2013 Michigan 7th grade controversy centered on explicit passages. The American Library Association recorded 6 challenges since 1990, with most related to sexual content. 100 Years of Solitude, written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, published in 1967. This critically acclaimed work of magical realism faced bans and challenges in several Latin American countries due to its political undertones and criticism of authoritarian regimes. At various times, it was banned in parts of Colombia and even burned by the military in Chile during the Pinochet regime. 100 Years of Solitude chronicles 7 generations of the Bunda family in the fictional town of Macondo. Gabriel Garcia Marquez blends magical elements with reality, crafting a unique style called magical realism. The novel explores love, power struggles, and cyclical destinies within the family, serving as a political allegory for Latin America's turbulent history. Garcia Marquez employs rich symbolism in Macondo, earning widespread acclaim and the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1982. Despite occasional censorship due to its themes, the novel's enduring legacy cements its place as a 20th century classic and a source of inspiration for writers worldwide. The Gulag Archipelago, written by Alexander Solzhenitsyn, published in 1973. This is a powerful and influential work that exposes the horrors of the Soviet Union's system of labor camps, known as the Gulag. The book, first published in 1973, faced significant challenges and censorship within the Soviet Union. While Solzhenitsyn was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1970 for his literary works and his courageous stance against the oppressive Soviet regime, the publication of the Gulag Archipelago in the Soviet Union was met with severe consequences. The Russian authorities suppressed the book, and possessing or distributing it could lead to arrest and imprisonment. Despite the risks, the book had a profound impact internationally and contributed to the exposure of the human rights abuses committed by the Soviet government. The Gulag Archipelago played a crucial role in raising awareness about the oppressive nature of the Gulag system and the broader issues of censorship and political repression in the Soviet Union. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, written by D. Brown, published in 1970. This is a historical narrative that powerfully recounts the mistreatment and displacement of Native American tribes in the American West during the late 19th century. The book challenges traditional narratives by presenting this history from the perspective of Native Americans, shedding light on injustices, broken treaties, and violence perpetrated against various tribes as the United States expanded westward. While the book hasn't been universally banned, it has encountered challenges and objections in certain educational settings. Some school districts, at times, have limited or banned it due to its graphic depictions of violence and its portrayal of historical events that some readers find uncomfortable or controversial. Despite these challenges, Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee remains an important and influential work. It has contributed to a more nuanced understanding of the complex history between Native American tribes and the U.S. government during the 19th century. The book's focus on events like the Wounded Knee Massacre of 1890, the Sand Creek Massacre, and the Trail of Tears continues to shape discussions about the impact of westward expansion on indigenous communities. Lady Chatterley's Lover, written by D.H.L. Lawrence, first published privately in Italy in 1928. The book is well known for its explicit depiction of sexuality and its exploration of themes related to love, class, and societal expectations. The story revolves around Constance Reed, a young woman married to Sir Clifford Chatterley, a wealthy and aristocratic landowner who is paralyzed from the waist down due to injuries sustained during the First World War. The novel explores Constance's dissatisfaction with her marriage and her eventual affair with the gamekeeper, Oliver Mellors. Lady Chatterley's Lover is considered a controversial and groundbreaking work for its frank and explicit discussions of sexual relationships, particularly in the context of the early 20th century. In 1960, an unexpurgated edition of the novel was at the center of a landmark obscenity trial in the United Kingdom, in which Penguin Books was prosecuted under the Obscene Publications Act for publishing the unbowdlerized version. Penguin Books eventually won the case, leading to a loosening of censorship laws and a greater acceptance of explicit content in literature. Today, Lady Chatterley's Lover is recognized as an important book and is celebrated for its exploration of human relationships and societal norms. The controversies surrounding its publication have contributed to its lasting legacy and influence on discussions about freedom of expression in literature. Lolita, written by Vladimir Nabokov, published in 1955. This is a controversial and highly acclaimed novel. The story is narrated by Humbert Humbert, a literature professor, with a deep obsession and infatuation with a 12-year-old girl named Dolores Hayes, whom he nicknames Lolita. The novel is known for its complex and lyrical prose, as well as its exploration of taboo themes such as pedophilia, obsession, and the blurred boundaries between love and lust. Nabokov's writing style, characterized by intricate wordplay and clever use of language, has contributed to the novel's reputation as a literary masterpiece. Lolita has faced censorship and controversy due to its explicit and provocative subject matter, but despite the challenges, the novel has been widely studied and analyzed for its artistic merits and psychological depth. The book's enduring impact on literature and popular culture is evident in its continued inclusion in academic curricula and discussions about the limits of artistic expression. It's important to note that the novel is often approached with caution due to its sensitive subject matter. While some praise its narrative complexity and linguistic virtuosity, others criticize its exploration of morally repugnant themes. This concludes our list of 8 censored and temporarily banned books from the 1900s. You can find a link in the description for each book. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay tuned for more captivating literary explorations.